Hey everybody, it's Neil Myers from WineExpedition.com. Thanks for stopping by the site for Easter. Happy Easter to you. You know what? I'm not going to go in my kitchen and open the stove and tell you about the truffle butter. We're cutting straight to the chase here. Ham sandwich, okay? Everybody eats ham for Easter, so we have a ham sandwich. So thanks for joining us. Thanks to Tubemogul.com for putting the videos up on the internet. We've talked about it before. Holiday meals, lots of flavors going on. Usually you're going to have, you know, your ham. It could be glazed. You're going to have some kind of 3-bean salad. You're going to have potatoes of some sort, maybe sweet potatoes. Lots of different flavors. Impossible to find one wine that's going to pair with everything. So don't stress. Pick a wine you like. Chances are it's going to pair with something on the table, and you'll be good. There's obviously a couple of sort of go-to wines that we talk about with most holiday meals, and so I've got 3 of them here we'll talk about, but there is no wrong answer. If you have any questions, you can certainly email us. We'll be happy to answer them. But let's jump in, shall we? We'll start with a white wine. From Germany, Riesling. That's right, ever popular holiday wine. It tends to pair well with dishes like turkey and ham. It's very dry, so like the saltiness of the ham, the acidity of the wine and the saltiness of the ham kind of work together, cancel each other out, and it's a nice, nice holiday wine. So you can see a beautiful light yellow color. This is from the Rheingau region, which is sort of synonymous with Riesling. The producer is, again, I'm not German, so forgive me, Domdechant, Werner, Hochheim. This is a 2007, their classic Rheingau Riesling, about $23. You can see nice color. It's got that mineral note in the nose, but sort of enveloped in apricot-y kind of tropical vibes. Bright acidity. Let's try it with our ham sandwich. It's not overly sweet, but the fruit is strong, bright acidity, apricot, pear, tropical flavors. Just a nice big glass of fruit. The mineral thing is still in there. It's got a nice long finish, actually, more than I expected. And it pairs oh so nicely with our Easter ham sandwich. So there you go, a little Riesling, never a bad call with ham, with a holiday meal, and $23, not going to break the bank. Rheingau, if you can't find this particular producer, if you can't find the Domdechant Werner, don't worry. Look for Rheingau, look for Moselle. Those are 2 regions where you're going to find good Rieslings at a decent price. Certainly the prices can go higher and higher, but $23 you can get a nice bottle of Riesling. So, all right, let's move on to the reds. Let's go to a Pinot. Wait a minute. You're saying Neil from WineExpedition has an Oregon Pinot in his hand? That's odd. I know. This is Cloudline. Cloudline is an interesting story. It's owned by a company called Dreyfus Ashby & Co. Who are they? Big wine distributor, been around for a while. They distribute names like Domaine Drouhin. And they have a consulting winemaker on the project named Veronique Drouhin-Boss. You probably remember her. We talked about her when I had my holiday Pinot Noir from Domaine Drouhin in Oregon. So $20 Pinot Noir from Oregon, we love that price point. Let's check it out. Good Pinot color, sort of a mysterious garnet. The nose is sort of a darker berry nose. Sometimes you get that really light raspberry or strawberry. This is more sort of a brooding kind of a blackberry with a nice solid layer of spice. I love Oregon Pinot. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but it's true. Jeff, the ham sandwich is fantastic, man. Jeff made the Easter meal. The thing about Pinot Noir, the reason why it works well with ham, it's a light fruit, you know, it's a light wine, it's light bodied, light fruit. And ham is, you know, ultimately it's white meat, right? So it's not a big piece of red meat that's got bold flavors. It's generally a lighter bodied meal, and the lighter bodied wine works well. It doesn't overpower it, complements it nicely. This Pinot, it's hard for me not to compare it to Domaine Drouhin, knowing what I know about it. And certainly, you know, the Domaine Drouin that I had at Christmas time was a $50, $60 bottle of wine. This is a $20 bottle of wine. If I had to make a comparison, the fruit is not quite as bright, not quite as assertive, but rather than muck it up with oak or whatever, it's Veronique has created a wine at this price point that's really respectable and flavorful and a nice expression of Oregon. It's a very delicate, tasty Pinot Noir. It lacks some of the complexity, some of the fruit, just the overall quality of the fruit, but tasty Pinot Noir for $20. And again, it works nice with our Easter meal. What a treat. All right, let's move on. You know what? I don't have a third wine glass. How about that? I just have to finish this. Okay. That took a little bit longer than it looks like it took, but through movie magic, we're able to speed things up and, you know, manipulate time. That's what we do. So, okay. Lastly, but not leastly, classic ham wine pairing, Zinfandel. Why? Much like the glaze that you put on a ham, Zinfandel tends to be very fruit forward, very sort of jammy, sweet fruit, which again mimics the glaze that you have on a ham. And all that big fruit tackles the salt nicely, because if a ham is really salty, you need that fruit to kind of cut the salt, and that's what Zinfandel does. This one's nice. The one I chose from Sonoma, 2008 Sonoma County Zinfandel from Seghesio. Seghesio is one of those, like, if I have to close my eyes and say, I need $20 in, bam, Seghesio. They're producing about 30,000 cases a year, so chances are you'll probably find it if you live in a fairly large market, you'll find it. And this was, you can get it at Pavilions, for example, in Los Angeles. Certainly K&L has it. You know, you're more likely to find this at a supermarket than you would, and Zinfandel sections in markets tend to be pretty small. So, you know, knock on wood, you could find this one there. Certainly you can get it online. But $20, old reliable as far as I'm concerned. Seghesio started back in 1895. Italian immigrants came to America, came to Sonoma, planted grapes, planted all Italian varietals, and now their great-grandkids are running it. They still have a lot of they do Sangiovese, they do Barbera, but they do about 6 different Zinfandels. They're kind of known for Zinfandel. And again, old reliable for me for 20 bucks. And I mean, that just has a beautiful Zin color. It's more rich and vibrant than the Pinot. It's just, you know, more fruit going on. Just a sweet, almost syrupy berry nose. Lots of goodness. Lots of I always use the term baking spices. It reminds me, again, holidays. If I play my cards right, my mom's gonna come over and bring some kind of sweet dessert, and she'll be using, I'm sure, nutmeg and all those kind of sweet, warm baking spices that you smell in the kitchen when something's being baked. This has got a really nice nose. Let's see how it pairs with our Easter. I'm going to go ahead and go into the second course of our Easter ham sandwich. If I had to describe this wine in one word, hearty. Not subtle. But at the same time, it's not like, sometimes you get a California Zin and it's like 16% alcohol, and it's just kind of like you're drinking molasses. It's just like this kind of syrupy, blah, you know, raspberry jam. It's zesty, it's big, but it's got a finesse to it. There's a nice balance between the secondary characteristics, those spicy notes we talked about, and the berry fruit. Wow. There's a layer of sort of, there's the initial zing, and then it gets sort of, moves towards the back of your tongue, and it's almost like the flesh of plum. It's just, it's a little bit of a tartness to it, and then it finishes with those nice spicy tastes. Just nice, reliable, $20 in. Seghesio. So there you go. What more need to be said? 3 fantastic wine choices, all work well with an Easter ham. And there's plenty more. Again, if you have any questions, email us. Let us know what you're thinking about, what you're going to have for your Easter meal, and we're happy to give suggestions. Again, the 3 wines we tasted today, a Riesling from the Rheingau, 2007 Domdechant Werner Hochheim Classic Riesling, 23 bucks. 2007 Cloudline Oregon Pinot Noir, about $22, $23. And finally, the Seghesio 2008 Sonoma County Zinfandel, about 20 bucks. All great options for Easter. Happy Easter to you and yours, and we'll see you soon. I'm Neil Myers, WineExpedition.com. Cheers.